Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out The Vale, Shadow of the Crown, which this game just released a month ago, and I don't know what I'm supposed to expect because like we're actually watching the video that's off of Steam, and the pictures for the game, like on Steam, you know how it has like a trailer and then there's pictures after it. The pictures literally looked like pictures of like stars. But I'm seeing this, like medieval, like Viking sword, shield, crusaders stuff. That is all very different. Like, anyway. So yeah, I don't know why the pictures of the game were pretty colors. But I guess we're going to find out. So, without further ado, let me put this back here. Let's begin. Yeah, this is what it all looked like.
500 miles down a treacherous valley in the wake of an invading horde. Not sure what the reward would be worth that.
Pirates.
Coming aboard.
The Shades were fortunate to gain hold over such a creature.
Alex, weapon. It's on fire.
I know you can use the damn thing. Start swinging, girl.
In the dark, you shine, Alex.
Every one of us serves the Fae, whether we know it or not.
I will not serve them.
That is why you must die.
Adriana told me you were coming. A blind princess, doomed to watch her kingdom burn.
If you want the kingdom, you will have to take it from me yourself.
So the very first...
second born to another, it's not an easy thing, being in someone's shadow.
I like the shadows.
Okay, so the very first thing that this fucking said, like the very first thing the trailer said is close your eyes. Are you supposed to play this game with your fucking eyes closed? Okay, hang on. This says gameplay.
I'm not sure I can stand much more of this.
There should be a place to shelter just around this outcrop ahead.
I smell smoke. Campfire.
Someone must already be there.
Oh, the clansmen again.
Mara.
It's an audio-based game. Hard to watch a trailer if you close your eyes. Yeah.
Scare them off. This is as good a time as any to put your new powers to use, princess. Remember, you need to build favor with the Fae realm before you can bring the fire.
Players must aim and time melee attacks while blocking and countering enemy attacks. Block. I don't know if the panning sound is coming through. Some really genius audio design. That's 3D audio in the game is fully blind accessible. That's fucking cool.
Here's a young woman who knows a thing or two about finer things. I know a merchant from the capital when I see one. I can give you an excellent price on the furs. Well, fine pelts this warm west of Riverton.
Actually, I'm looking to sell. My cloak.
Times is hard for me, too. Not sure what I could afford.
100 copper?
Oh! I mistook you for a fellow merchant. I see now that you're a highway robber. Why don't you just take my entire cart while you're at it? I could also throw in what's left of my teeth, if you like.
What do you want then?
10 copper. Final offer.
Now here's the thief.
Whoa, no. Now that I see the cloak from the back, it's very nice. 15 copper. Truly, my final offer.
20.
Done. That's 15 and 20 copper as agreed. Nice doing business with you. Fight!
Classic
In the
rats.
cellar. Catch 'em in the dark. Be done afore the morning lark.
Alex, it's black as pitch down here. I don't think I'll be of much use.
No nonsense. We'll play as a team. All you do is move around quietly and listen, and when you find a rat, you hit it.
That's
So
not
the
a
only
game.
thing that I don't,
That
and
is
obviously,
rat
like
in the dark.
they
But it was
probably,
a game,
Hang on.
and one that I was.
they probably actually explain this auditorily. Is that a word? Through sound. They probably explain it through sound of how you actually play, because I imagine it's either through the keyboard or maybe through a controller, because they did say you need to time blocks and attacks, and you are able to make decisions audibly. Sure, that sounds like a good word for it. So I imagine they explain how you actually have some sort of input, because like they explained in that first trailer, or maybe this one, I don't remember anymore, about like the interaction that you have in combat and the ability to like explore and like make decisions and stuff, but they haven't shown how you do that. So there's got to be a method of input, right?
particularly good at. Our cook would open up the cellar for us when we were playing in the kitchens. Shh. I think I hear one. Follow me. It's right here in front of us.
I think I missed.
Here, hand me the shovel. We'll show you how it's done. Rats in the cellar, hear them squeak. 3 dirty rats to get your sweet. I've got one here. I keep perfectly still and swing in the direction of the rat. Gotcha. So, if you collected 3 rats, Cook would give you a sweet. The other rule was if you accidentally hit another child, you would have to give them one of your rats.
So your cook would send spoiled children into a dark cellar to catch rats and keep them out of the kitchen.
I didn't think of it that way. It was still one of my favorite games. I nearly always won. This way.
There's something on the road.
What is it?
An animal. It's huge. A bear, I think.
A bear? Standing on the King's Road?
It's the strangest thing. It's like it's waiting for us.
Is the main
There it is
character
again.
blind?
In the air. Brimstone.
It's moving toward us.
The Shades were fortunate to gain hold over such a creature.
Shields ready, Alex.
She's blind? That's cool.
Hey! Hey, you!
You know, I'm genuinely, like, I would love to see behind the scenes of this. Like, because I imagine, like, the process of making this game. I love that all of the screenshots are, like, just nothing, right? That are just nothing. It's such... Close your eyes, become a warrior. Feel your enemy's rasping breath. A foot shifts on swampy ground. The crack of steel on wooden shield. The Vale is an audio-based action adventure that sets out to breathe new life into medieval combat and fantasy narrative. That's so cool. 5 hours of gameplay, huh? Fully blind accessible. How many games can claim that? That's so cool. Like, the only question that I have now, honestly, is, like, how inputs actually work, right? Like, how do you actually input things into
500 miles.
the game? Like, how do I block? How do I do this? And it might just, you know, kind of depend on, I don't know if you have a controller or what, but man, what an undertaking. Like, can you imagine being sitting at like a pitch table and like, all right, we're going to make a video game, okay? We're going to make a video game, but I want to make a video game that a blind person could play. And I want to make it with them in mind, right? Like, and then other people at the table, instead of just dismissing it, going, how would we do that? Like, here's the, like, because there are completely blind people that will play, like, Street Fighter, right? And are good at it. But they play it audible, using audible cues, like, and it's really impressive that they're able to do that. That the game is built in such a way that they can hear a sound and know, like, I need to block low, I need to block high, and fucking win a fighting game, right? Being blind, that's fucking struggles for my brain. And there's also people that have beaten like Dark Souls that are blind, and it's all through audio stuff. But they're still having to work through what is a visual medium by finding a solution that is audible. This is completely audible. And like, so here's the interesting thing here for my brain, right? So I am mortified of being blind. I don't know if there's anything in the world that I fear more than being blind. It terrifies me. Like, oh God. Being blind scares the shit out of me beyond, like, it's one of those, you call it a fucking phobia or just like a healthy fear or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to be blind, ever. I don't like it. And when I'm playing a video game, nothing that I can think of right offhand frustrates me more in a video game than when I can't see. However, this is mostly because these games are visual mediums, and they will remove your ability to see as a form of, like, either ambience to an area or to add difficulty to something, and it's just frustrating, right? It's like, I've been able to see for the last 7 hours, game, and now you're going to remove my ability to see when this game wasn't really built with the, like, you want me to perfect time dodge when I can't fucking see, when that's how we've been doing this whole time because cues are bad? It's normally like one of the, like, it sometimes will just make you put a game down of, like, I can't see anymore, and you're trying to make this a mechanic, and I hate you for it. But on the flip side of that, looking at this to where you cannot see from the very beginning is so intriguing to me. Like, I want to play this. I don't know if I would enjoy it. I don't know if I would finish it. It's not very long. It's only like 5 to 6 hours total, right? But it is something that there is not anything else like it, right? Like, it would be like someone telling you, here's a food that you have never tasted in your entire life. And it's not because it's a unique type of crab. There is nothing that you have eaten in your entire life that tastes anything like this, right? And I feel like that is what we just kind of watched, but in video game form. You have played games, right? You've played lots of games. I've played fuckloads of games. But what we just saw and what was just pitched, I have never played anything like this. Sure, I've played games that have audio cues, right? Like, there's games that, like, it's still a visual game, but you'll hit a section where it's like, you need to be attacked to the beat or whatever, or only hit your perfect block when you hear the ting of this or whatever, right? But the audio bits are smaller. They're small little catered in pieces of what is still a visual medium rather than the whole thing being that way. Like I said, I don't know if I would like it, but damn, I'm gonna try it because I feel like that's something, I feel like it's something that just deserves to be tried because there's not anything else like this. Not that I've ever been aware of. And for it to be designed with this specific approach in mind is like thrilling in a weird way, because you see it, like, because if you watch a trailer for a game that is like any other game that you've played, right? You'll immediately have an idea of what that game's going to be like, right? Like if you see a game that makes you think of Dark Souls, you're like, oh, this is a Soulsian. I have an idea of what this one will be like. They might mix it up a bit. If you see a JRPG, and whether it's turn-based or whether it's turn-based or if it's an action RPG, you're like, oh, that looks like Bayonetta, or that looks like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy or whatever. You immediately have a pre-built idea of the relative experience that you're going to have, right? Or if you want to, like, a sports game, if you've played a sports game before, or a shooter, if you've played Call of Duty, or if you've played, Battlefield or Hunt Showdown or Tarkov or anything like that, you're like, okay, I know on a base level what we're working with here. My brain, when I think of what this experience is, has nothing on a base level to go, this is what I'm going to experience, right? Metroidvania, too, whether you've played Hollow Knight or Castlevania or Metroid or in the Blind Forest, if you see another game like that, you're like, I know what I'm getting into. I have nothing. I have no frame of reference, which is so weird. As someone who's played hundreds, probably thousands of video games, to go, I have nothing that I can use as a base reference for how this game would go, is such a weird feeling. It almost gives me anxiety. Like, I don't know what this will be like. I'm so, like, so interested. Like, just the sheer level of curiosity is beyond anything that I can describe. I'm playing this. I don't know when, but I'm playing it. We'll play it on stream. 100%. Like, I'm going to buy this after I turn off stream, and we'll figure out when we're playing it. Because, God, does this sound so fucking interesting. So cool. So cool. Okay. Anyway, to you watching right now, what did you think of the Vale Shadow of the Crown? Have you tried it? Is there another game like it that I just haven't ever heard of or never drew the attention? Like, this game only came out a month ago, right? Like, this came out August 19th, 2021, so not even a month ago at the time of the recording. And it's only got 22 reviews, which means that this probably flew under the radar. And I'm not terribly surprised, right? Because the pitch here would not immediately be something that people would be like, yeah. Like, even me, I'm not like, yeah. I'm like, ooh. What even is, right? Like, what is this like? This is so cool. What do you think? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to take the conversation further or elsewhere, good places to do so are both Twitter and Discord. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these trailers and where you can suggest them. And this one was actually provided by our community. And it's cool, the stuff that people find, because you'll see these big mainstream things at like the PlayStation Showcase or E3 or Summer Games Fest or whatever. And they have like mainstream indies in there, but there's stuff like this that just like, where did you find this, right? Like, it's because there's so many games coming out all the time now that it's so easy for some of them to just slip through the wind, right? And you're like, oh, that came out apparently. So if you want to leave your own trailers for us to check out, you can do so in the Discord server, and I'd love to have this conversation with you there. We do these reactions live on stream. We stream 4 days a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and we'd love to see you there. The reactions do happen after our regularly scheduled content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But we're going to get out of here, so if you go watch one of the other YouTube videos on the channel, or if I see you in one of those live streams, thank you and enjoy.